Hello, guys. My name is Bansi, your inner work coach, and I am so happy to be here with you guys today. So, today I want to teach you something special. I want to teach you how to feel alive, how to feel happy again, how to heal a part of your inner child that elevates your life in a few minutes. I'm gonna teach you in a few minutes how to be a better version of yourself. Exactly. So, if you want to be better, you're going to be dealing with your triggers. You're going to be healing things that trigger you, and you have to be ready to face emotions that you've been trying to avoid. Number one, first step, it's gonna be 4 steps. Step number 1, imagine 2 versions of yourself. Imagine 2 versions of you, your conscious self and your subconscious self. Your conscious self and your subconscious self make up you. They make up you. So for every conscious thing that you do is a message from your subconscious self. Everything that you do consciously, mostly things that you repeat, behavior, something like habits, it's a message from your subconscious self about a need. A subconscious need that you want to feel. You need to fulfill, needs that you need to meet. So how do you know the subconscious needs? You know the subconscious needs. There are 2 versions of you. Your subconscious you is different from your conscious you. So how do you know what your subconscious is trying to tell you about your inner you that you need to heal? So step number 2 is find your trigger. Your trigger is your message from your subconscious you. Things that trigger you, something that makes you so triggered that you always avoid those feelings. For instance, some of the triggers could be a form of self-sabotage. What are some of the ways? Examples of ways in which you could be engaging in self-sabotage are example number one is pushing people away. You keep pushing people away and you're scared of people seeing you as vulnerable or seeing the soft side of you. Your subconscious is trying to tell you is that you need to be loved and accepted so much that you want it so much that you push people away because you're so scared that you're going to get hurt. What you need to do is sit down with yourself, tell yourself that you love yourself, tell yourself that you value yourself, tell yourself that you will always be there for yourself, and also allow people to love you and care for you too. Another way of self-sabotage could be if you keep going back to your toxic ex who keeps hurting you. This could be your subconscious trying to tell you of signs of unhealed trauma and that you should work on your attachment style because you keep being attracted to something that hurts you because that is what you are used to. But you need to know that you can evolve and you can get a more secure attachment style. Self-sabotage way number 3, if you keep feeling unhappy even after you achieve huge goals. This is your subconscious trying to tell you that you're looking for external validation, for things to make you feel happy and satisfied in life, and you should know that this can only come internally, whereby you tell yourself that you value yourself and you are satisfied, and will always the only validation that matters is from you, what you think about yourself. So if you have some of those ways in which you sabotage yourself, find your trigger. Step number 3, analyze your trigger and what your subconscious need is. If your trigger is pushing people away, you need to be loved. If your trigger is going back to your ex, you need to heal your childhood trauma. If you are always unhappy, you need to look for internal validation. Once you analyze your subconscious need, then you meet your core needs. This is because what your subconscious wants is to be in alignment with your core needs and with your true purpose. But what your conscious wants, you already know what it wants. That's why it's hard for your conscious to know what your subconscious wants. But the moment your conscious knows what your subconscious wants and you meet it, then you will finally feel full, and happy. You will be like you again. So how do you meet those needs? By fulfilling the needs that you desire. If you desire to be loved, love yourself. Go on a solo date. Find out your love language and do it for yourself. You first before anybody else, because there's no way you're going to love somebody else and you can't even love yourself. You'll only be broken and you'll only be looking for someone else to make you feel whole, whereby the only way you can feel whole is when your subconscious and your conscious needs are both met and they are one. So how do you feel whole spiritually? It's by connecting with your creator. When you connect with your creator, and mostly whatever you believe in the universe, I believe in God, and I know that God is my source and that I can always bask in his abundance because he always provides for me. And I know that as long as I have God, I can conquer anything. I know that as long as my journey starts with Jesus, then nothing can be against me. So when you tell God to put you in alignment with his version of you that he wants to exist, if you live in alignment with God's what God wants, how God wants you to live, and then you fulfill your subconscious needs, then you will be unstoppable and you will conquer this world. Yeah, so if you do those 4 steps, you will be happy and you will be feeling so abundant. And I want you to get back to me on this. Step number one was imagine 2 versions of yourself, your conscious and your subconscious. Step number 2, find out your trigger. Step number 3, analyze what your subconscious is trying to tell you from your trigger. Step number 4, meet your subconscious need. Meet your subconscious needs. Step number 5, connect with your creator and replenish your spirituality. Thank you guys. I am so glad to be here with you today, and I'm looking forward to your comments and your views.